The pandemic overshadows everything. It's easy to forget that when Tim became dean in 2013, the school was in crisis because the profession was experiencing a perfect storm of declining law school applications across the country. I think we had an entering class of 96. Stiff competition for qualified applicants, which our limited scholarship money meant we were missing out on. There's an abysmal job market, which hurt us in the law school rankings, and our state's shaky financial condition, which forced us to do more with less. It was rough sailing for law schools in general, and it looked dismal for us in Connecticut. But Tim saw the crisis as an opportunity, and with a vision and a steady hand at the helm, he started us on a mission to professionalize the school and move it into the 21st century. In the first term of his deanship, when some of us would get emails from him at 3 a.m, the betting was whether he was first going to bed or first getting up. We shortly realized it was neither, because he did not sleep, except on planes, and only then if there was no email. Tim, you fiercely defended us against assaults from stores. Some of our junior colleagues would not be here without your defiant and aggressive advocacy for the school. It might not have won you friends in Gully Hall, but it certainly won you our gratitude, respect, and confidence. You overhauled our admissions operations. You called nearly every uncommitted admitted applicant to the school, usually sealing the deal. Our entering class increased from 96 to 163, and even more for the fall. And you refused to achieve this, like some schools, by lowering our standards. To the contrary, the average LSAT and GPA of the entering class has remarkably increased. You knew that scholarships were the currency of the realm. You fought long and hard with stores, finally securing merit scholarship funding, totaling about $26 million through the fall class. You knew that by itself that wouldn't be enough to catapult us in the rankings, and so you simultaneously tackled the job issue, personally giving workshops for the students on professional development, interviewing skills, sometimes one-on-one counseling. You overhauled and professionalized our career office with significant improvements in student employment and reformulated our approach to clerkships. You knew we needed to do a better job of promoting the school, so you rebuilt our communications operations with a new website, electronic newsletters, a robust social media presence. You hired a stellar faculty that's taken the school in new directions, increased our efforts at recruiting a more diverse faculty and student body. You created the new position of Associate Dean for Clinical and Experiential Education, expanded our clinical offerings, and built the new externship seminar course. And along the way, in your spare time, you created 3 new LLM programs and new certificate programs. And one of the real milestones was the incubator, the Connecticut Community Law Center, which has represented hundreds of low-income clients while helping recent grads to start their careers, and provides a home to a number of our new graduates as they start supervised practice pending the delayed bar exam. You rescued the Brown Family Campus Center when we thought it was dead, and transformed it into an inviting and warm watering hole for faculty and students, which has made a sea change in life on the campus. You enhanced our relations with the bench, the bar, with alums, created various advisory groups for stakeholders, opened up the campus to them, made people feel part of our warm and embracing extended family. You've doubled annual gifts and commitments from donors, You grew our non-JD offerings, generating over $2 million in surplus that enabled us to fund additional scholarships and preserve other parts of our budget. Helped us to withstand successive budget rescissions that totaled over 19% of our annual allocation without sacrificing what we hold dear as a community. Under your inspiration and your relationships with other schools around the world, we now have about 70 international students that study with us every year, making us truly a global law school. And all this meant a meteoric rise in the rankings. And when the pandemic struck, you and the leadership team took the school online in breathtaking time without a playbook and made it look seamless. And we knew every day meant juggling more and more balls, keeping them moving forward and making it seem just like another ordinary cakewalk at the office. But we all know from friends at other law schools that they did not have the kind of leadership that we did. And when you made the decision to keep us online in this coming fall, the trust you had built up and the respect with which you are held meant that that difficult decision was accepted with no dissent. The 2013 school that you took over is a shadow of the one you are handing over. It's been quite a run, Tim. Had its emotional and physical highs and lows. As we all know, change is not always welcomed by academics, but you steered us through the headwinds and around the submerged rocks and have remade and elevated this law school. Along the way, you also raised extemporaneous speaking to an art form. You're passing the helm to a law school that's fully functioning on an upward trajectory and one that is nimble enough to deal with the obvious challenges that await. You have been a truly transformative dean, and the whole community is in your debt. I personally stand in awe of your accomplishments, and thank you for all you have given us.